structured?
Of that structural foundation so that the expectations are very, very clear for both staff and students. Having a matrix at the very beginning of the year to go over with your class and to define our rules on a matrix itself definitely sets up an easy structure, which in the past I had done without a matrix. But having that throughout the building so they know what it looks like and what to expect should be on it makes it much easier and more fluid throughout the building, having the same common language. So you just have a lot of built-in structure, which is really helpful for the kids too, so that they know what to expect, and I can leave for anybody that if I may be absent, just these are our 3 rules and the kids should be able to tell you what they are, and we hear them so much throughout the school year that these kids could explain to you what they all mean. I think the biggest benefit of using MTSSB is the common language. You're seeing that by using the same terms, so at the very beginning of the year when we decided that, our 3 rules school-wide would be respectful, be responsible, and be ready, using that common language made everything easier for the kids to learn. As our first year in the building using MTSSB, it was new to learn about what the expectations were for us as staff members, and not having MTSSB before, I think that I had already implemented a lot of those things in a lot of ways, so it wasn't a difficult transition for myself. However, you look at these kids have never had to look at a matrix before and figure out what the rules would be in a classroom or in the hallway or in the bathroom. They had heard the terms being ready and being responsible and being respectful before, but not as clearly defined as they had been this year. If my room's not organized, I'm a mess. And so everything has to be organized and labeled, not just for me, but I want them to be able to find things. And so at the very beginning of the year, I walk through and I kind of train them how to go and find things by themselves. So when I'm in the middle of meeting with a group, they don't have to ask me where to get something. So it's very important for them to be able to access anything that they need, any paper, any extra pencils. I have the clipboard set out for them to go grab. Anything that they need during the day, they should be able to access without me. And not just for when I'm here, that's also really important for me for if I have a sub and I have to be out, even if it's just for like an hour for a meeting. I want for whoever's in here to be able to quickly find something or them to just be able to go get things without me being in here. With me being organized in the classroom and the students knowing where things can be found, it definitely makes our behavior issues that we might have throughout the day not as frequent. It's much easier for a student to be able to go and grab something and they're able to stay on task. If they have no idea where it is or if they're waiting for me, you have more off-task behaviors, and then we have more problems that might arise, not just the off-task behaviors, but the fighting over the materials that they may need. So the easier it is for them to access the materials, the better the behaviors are throughout the day. I like to be comfortable when I work, and so I want my kids to be comfortable too. These horrible blue chairs do awful things for your back, and so I want my kids to be comfortable. I have kids who will like try and sit in chairs all sorts of funky ways to the point where they could fall out and hit the floor. And so when you're sitting on a ball, that's eliminated because I'm still able to move. Or same thing with the discs, is they still have that movement, and that's what they need. We have them sitting down all day long. And unfortunately, with this being like testing and review time, we don't have as much time to get up and go do things. And so this definitely helps just with movement wise. And I feel like if they're moving, their brains are moving, and they're a little bit more engaged, you'll get attention disorder rates skyrocketing because of the use of all this technology where they're watching something move all the time and they're not able to maintain focus on one thing. But if they're moving, I think that helps them, and they really like it. At this point, they've kind of found what they really like. I have some kids who really like sitting with the disc, or I have some that just want to be on the floor, and so they'll end up like underneath like that back table over there. And I don't care where they are as long as they choose a spot. And I have the yoga mats too. They can take out and roll out. I just want them to be as comfortable as they can when they're working, because we require a lot from them, and it's already enough for them. So they might as well just be comfy while they do it. Into the building. I just got a new student last week, and the student that sat next to him was supposed to explain, how the rules work. And I heard him from the very beginning talking about how these are our rules. We're supposed to be respectful and be responsible and be ready. And he had explained to him what exactly those expectations had been in the hallway, and he went over the 4S line term with him. So it just makes the students more aware of their expectations as well. And at this point in the year, you're hearing them speak to each other about things like, if I'm looking for a line and I ask them, what am I looking for? And they're saying, you're looking for us to be ready, we should all be facing the front. So it's definitely impacted the way that our students are able to communicate with each other, to show others what the expectations are as well.